estimate. It's just an estimate. So your taxes in this number that they're giving to you is low. And the other question that came up at a school board meeting, and the board didn't address it, but our superintendent did, is these $20 million referendum, these working cash bonds, are they going to be taxable or non-taxable? And Dr. Ricker said they're probably going to be taxable. What does that mean? That means we're going to be paying a higher interest rate on these bonds. A higher interest rate. Now these TAWs that we've been taking out have been only $100,000 in interest that we've been paying. But the $20 million working cash bond, they can't even tell you how much we're going to pay in interest at this time if you ask them. Ask them. See if you can get an answer. Because you know what, if you get an answer, give it to me because I'd like to know what the answer is myself as a taxpayer too, because I can't get it. It's important that we know all the answers and the facts before we go giving more money to people. I'm saying no to the referendum. I think we can live within our means. We have a financial plan in place. And the other concern that we need to look at, and when I've talked with people individually, they don't seem to understand. We have debt in our high school 210. You probably have, I don't live in the village of Lemont, so I haven't done my research in the park district. But you have long-term debt payments that you're going to have to make. In 2006, in District 210, we approved a $45 million bond to add on to the high school, and our taxes are going to be dramatically increasing in the future. I have concerns about where our community is going to go, and this is where I feel the board members that you need to elect and put in place need to look at the community as a whole and how it affects your taxes with every agency of local government out there before they come to you asking you for more money. Because your taxes are going up, and you don't even realize it unless you do the research to see that your taxes are going to go up in the future. And I receive, because it goes to everybody with a zip code of 60439, the village's newsletter. Mayor Reeves clearly stated that the census data that came in there, we have 380 vacant homes currently in Lemont. If taxes skyrocket in all of our local agencies here, how's that going to affect your neighbors around you, the seniors in our community, and the vacant homes in this community? We should all be concerned about that. We should be concerned to make like-minded people with the same ideals. In this election, we can get a majority. We have 4 seats open. If you put an elect in this community and get 4 individuals that are willing to look out for your interests as a taxpayer and look out for the interests of the children and our curriculum issues and address those, you have the ability to correct this problem right now. We are in a state right now that is very critical to this community. Get your neighbors to the polls. Make sure your neighbors vote in this next election and do things. I have a 22-year-old that went through this district, is graduating in May from IIT with a chemical engineering degree. She was very successful in this district. She took AP classes in the high school. She started college with 32 college credit hours. I didn't have to pay for it. She didn't have to pay for it. You test out and they give you the credit. The teachers in this district can and have, in the past, educated our children immensely with an excellent education in the system. I lived here till I was 5 years old, went to Plainfield and went through Plainfield school system because that's where my parents moved to. Was Plainfield. I came back in 1997. I was proud to come back to this community. Why? Because I knew Lemont had an excellent education system. I brought my family back here. I had 2 more kids that are 7 and 10. I'm very passionate about this community. It's got 5 churches, a lot of diversity. It's the place that really drove me back to this community was the fact that, you know what, I can go down the street and I can talk to somebody on the street that I don't even know, and they're more than friendly to talk back to me. Our community is great here. Our teachers are great here. We just need the right-minded people to help with this district and bring it back to where it should be.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.